Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my firearm vlog. I am Pector Masimini PH. I'm a South African firearm enthusiast. I love and enjoy the outdoors. I love firearms. I love to research and enjoy researching about the firearms. I'm not an expert. Let me just put this way. I'm not an expert of firearms, but I have knowledges, lot of knowledges about South African Firearm Act, about the firearms globally, about mostly how firearms are exported and imported. I have such information, but I'm not an expert. Today, the reason I'm making this vlog, I just want to debunk the shooting myth and the myth about AK-47. Yes, you heard me, guys. AK-47. Yes. Recently, after the march of EFF shut down South Africa, which was on Monday before the Human Rights Day, after that, there were some noises on social media about AK-47. People were saying why this particular guy is having such a prohibited firearm, which is AK-47. This guy, there's a secular of his video circulating among Facebooks and social media. He was at a shooting range shooting an AK-47. He was making a lot of noise. Okay, fine. Then South African, they were shocked. Why? I understand why they were shocked. Remember, AK-47, it's a firearm that is known for terrorism and gangsters all over the world. If a gangster comes, he poses AK-47. The terrorists also pose AK-47. ISIS, Taliban's, the terror, you know them in Africa. When they terrorize people with an AK-47. Criminals also in South Africa, this is when they do this cash in transit CIT, they use AK-47. Hence, people were shocked. But let me just today try to explain to the masses of South Africa that AK-47 is allowed in South Africa as long as is a semi-auto firearm. Semi-auto firearm. Not a full auto, but a semi-auto firearm. Not a full auto, but a semi-auto firearm. So that's the difference. You know, if you are perceived as a gangster or a tsotsi or a criminal, people will say, yeah, he's got an AK-47, they will shoot you. That's why the South Africans responded they're doing. So let me just remove this myth. South Africans, guys, AK-47 is allowed in terms of Firearm Act number 60 of 2000. Yes. You can only apply for that firearm if you are using section 14 or as a sports shooter, section 15, or as a collector, category A collector. Those three things. Hence, I saw the need to come and make this vlog so that, we must learn and debunk this shooting myth about the AK-47. I do a lot of research. I read more of firearm law worldwide, and this vlog hopefully will bring value to my followers so that they must know that AK-47, it is allowed in terms of the Act number 60 of 2000, Firearm Act. And the process also, how to possess such firearm. Yes, that was the reason I decided that I must come and to help you guys. You know, AK-47, it's legal in South Africa as long as they are limited to semi-automatic rifle. Semi-automatic. The owner must buy a semi-auto rifle. So in South Africa, all those people who are selling the firearm, it is a semi-auto rifle. Semi-auto AK-47, not a full auto. All these ones that you are seeing with the gangsters, it's a full auto, yes, but it's illegal. But let me show you, once the police catch those people, they remove them from the street, they destroy them. That's it, guys. That one I can assure you they're doing that. So I hope you understand, and then that myth is being cleared. You can own such firearm, ladies and gentlemen. It's easy. Yes, easy. You must follow the process. The process is clear. You need to learn, but if you are not a person who's reading, I'm here to help you. How one can become a collector? There are a few steps that you have to do. Firstly, you need to obtain a proficiency certificate. You need to go and train to use a self-loading or semi-automatic firearm or rifle. Then you go, you write, then you'll get that certificate. Once you have the certificate, now many doors will start to open. Then you look around, you search around where there's association of collectors. Probably in Gauteng there are many, and other provinces there are many. In Mbombela, Polokwane, Lephalale, Witbank, Middelburg, KZN, Durban, Pietermaritzburg, Empangeni, Port Shepstone, and Kokstad, and other areas like in East London, Eastern Cape, Port Elizabeth, Jeffreys Bay, Humansdorp. There are associations for collectors. You go to knock on their doorstep, then you become the member of that such association. Then you pay the relevant fees, membership fee. They will issue you with a membership certificate. Now you've got two certificates: proficiency certificate to handle semi-auto firearm, and a membership certificate from Association of Collectors of Firearm. Two certificates. Once you have those two, you go to your nearest police station, then logged at the DFO, designated firearm office, nearer you. Then you apply for competency. They will issue you with SAPS 5177 application to process competency. You tick on the block that you are applying for self-loading, because already you are having a provision for self-loading. You apply for self-loading or HMC and HMC. Then you pay few amount, I don't know, but it's not more than 100 rand. You pay, it used to be 70 rand, I think now it's around 80 to 90 rand. You pay such amount, they process your application, then it will go to the register of firearms, then they will issue you the certificate, competency certificate. It will be written there, certificate for you are competent to use self-loading or HMC. Such word will appear on your certificate. After having those certificates, now that means you are having 3 certificates: proficiency certificate, membership certificate from your collector, and a competence certificate. You are competent to use a self-loading or semi-automatic firearm. Then you take those 3, you go back to a designated firearm officer. Then you apply to become a collector of such firearm. You attach your motivation, you will attach your membership certificate, your proficiency certificate, and the competency certificate. Together with the application, it will be sent to the register, it will be processed, and you will be issued with a collector's firearm. Remember, you'll be having proficiency, competency to collect firearms. Then you'll be having a firearm as a collector. It will be categorized as a collector. Then you'll be having that AK-47. On the application, that SAPS 27 application to become a collector, on the block there, the serial number of the firearm, the serial number of the barrel must appear. AK-47 barrel must be endorsed with a serial number, and then also the serial number on the frame, on the receiver of that AK-47. You need to write them. So the barrel and the frame or a receiver, those 2 are very, very important. The barrel must be endorsed with a serial number. Then they will process it. After processing, voila, the register will issue you the license to become a collector for such firearms. Once your license has been approved, you may collect the card from your police station. Then you take that card, you go to the dealer where you bought that AK-47. You show him that now you are competent, he has a license. Then he will give you that firearm. You take it, you go and save it there by your place. That's the procedure to have such firearm. It's done like that. It will be a semi-auto firearm, and then you'll be a collector for that firearm. The same thing if you want to be a sports shooter. You must be competent. Proficiency for semi-auto, which is self-loading. Competency for a normal competency to possess a firearm, self-loading also. Remember, these are 2 different things. Then you go to your police station, you apply for competency. After receiving competency, you go back to your police station, you apply for firearm. You apply for section 15, AK-47, because you are a sports shooter. A sports shooter also must be a member of a sports shooting association. There are a lot of sports shooting associations, police sports shooting, army sports shooting, and also private sports shooting association. You become a member of that. Also, it's renewable yearly. Once they issue you the certificate for sports shooting, you go to your designated firearm, you apply for license to possess a firearm in terms of section 15. Then on the application, serial number of that firearm, either on the frame or receiver, you need to write it there, and the barrel serial number also you need to write it on the application. You attach the necessary document with your proficiency certificate, membership certificate from the Sports Shooting Association. You attach them there together with the motivation. If you need a motivation, most of people don't know how to make a motivation. You don't just write. You need to motivate, a proper motivation which can convince the register. If it's not convinced according to your motivation, he will refuse you. Then you will get a license. Once they've issued you the license, you take that license card, you go to a dealer, you show him that now you are competent, you have a license for that firearm. He will give you to you that firearm, that AK-47. That's it, guys. Stories of this is a prohibited firearm, this is a war, a firearm is not allowed. No, those are myths. It's myth, guys. Yes, they are myths. This is how it is. They are myths. You can have AK-47 as long as you follow the procedure, as long as you motivate on your application, as long as that firearm, AK-47, it's a semi-automatic firearm. If it's not a semi-automatic, for sure. But I can assure you, there's no full automatic firearm in South Africa. It's semi-automatic firearm. The ones that you see with the CITs, those are illegal firearms. They are full autos. They are illegally. We know with the porous borders, firearms can come into South Africa easily. But once there's been spotted, the police will do their job and they will recover that firearm and destroy it. That's the truth. Mostly of these firearms, they came through via Mozambique, KZN, and they are all over. But the police every day, they recover those firearms and they destroy it. Yes, ciao. That's it for today. That's all. Please continue to support my work. Hopefully, maybe when times goes on, you will have more improved documents, more improved work. You will also see the AK-47 surrounding me in the near future, if I can access one. I'm not interested in having such firearm, no, but I do go along, visit the shops. I shoot them also at the sporting range. Like as I said, that particular individual was busy with a firearm, AK-47. It might not be an AK-47, it might be a replica from China. There's a lot firearms which looks exactly like AK-47, but they are not. They are from China. So, or it might be custom built firearm which is made up of AK-47, but it's not an AK-47. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. So I hope I've cleared the air. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy.